Two things of urgent need. Well, three really. First is I mentioned it in a video that's currently downloading and it's going to take uploading. It's going to take some time because it's only on 1%. So I'm doing this short video for several reasons. One is a mentor and who I consider a friend of mine is asking for prayer. I'm asking us all to pray for Glenda and her financial situation currently. The second thing is to remind you to have, and please keep Glenda on your list. Blue Rose Ramblings needs prayer because she hurt herself. And the next thing I wanted to address is people thinking that it's okay to ask your children to bail you out. I have to address this again because it's so important to me. So Bonnie and I were out and, she offered to pay for the car to rent this weekend. And she also paid for one of my meals out. She's not like rich by any means. She came out of college and after a year of struggling and really crappy jobs, she got a good paying job. And, that's for her. That's her money. She's going to need it. But I accept some offers from my children if I feel that it's an offer that they can afford and it's coming from the heart. But we were riding back home and she said, Mom, I want to tell you, I'm so appreciative of your desire for independence. She said, you don't know how many friends I have right now who are struggling because their parents are asking them to support them financially. She told me some of the stories and I was horrified. Why did I have children? Was it so I could look back on them and say, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine? No. I wanted a living legacy. I wanted my blood to continue when I was gone. I wanted to honor my parents and their parents through progeny. I think that's the right word. If it's not, oops. It's so important to me. I want my children to have better than I had. Better than I had. I got myself into a bad place. What do I tell my children? Residual income, investment, sure investments. And I tell them what I believe those are. They can make the decision after that because I'm not going to be there when they're my age. So I'm telling them now. Try to leave something behind for your children. If the best I can do is to stay independent and not put that burden on them. It's not just financial burden when you put yourself on your children. There's an emotional level there. You're sapping their lives. I'm sorry if it makes you feel guilty, but if your kids were the first to say, Mom, Dad, come on and live with me. It's fine. That's one thing. That's one thing. But if they're struggling and you put yourself on top of that, I can't do that, okay? I personally cannot do that. And so, when commenters will say, well, ask your kids, get a loan from your kids. You babysit their kids. I babysit for free. Yes. I'm their grandmother. That's my children's children. You think I'm going to say that'll be $50? If they can help, they offer. If they're struggling and they need our help, we give it. That's our job. Our job is to make the best possible future for our future generations. That's what it's all about in my heart. and mind. I just had to say it. I was so appreciative that my little girl thanked me for not having my hand out. And if she wants to do a few things for me here and there, when I've done plenty for her, sure. I accepted. I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Thanks. I'll accept that as a gift." And, you know, no, if I get really sick, if this problem I'm having right now that it could be a real problem. I may have to choose assisted living if the worst happens, and I just got to get my crap together and do everything in my power for it not to happen. Which reminds me, I have to call the orthopedic doctor that I can't stand and make an appointment. Right. If it's beyond August, I'm going to have to make it for December or January. I really wanted to go to Texas in January, but we'll just have to see about that. So that's really all I wanted to say. I had children to carry on my line, to have my best friends, and they are, to experience having a family and trying to do it better than my parents did it. And they're trying to do it better than we did it. And Finn will try to do it better than his parents did it. That is the point. You don't have expectations for payback. You shouldn't. That's my personal opinion. If I've offended you, I've offended you. You can unsubscribe. Or you can just not listen to this one. Or you can just move on to a different video. I don't care. This is my story. This is my life. I'm sticking to it the way it is. And no, parents don't always go to their children for a bailout. I had to go to mine several times, but you know what? I paid it back with interest. I did. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say. Please remember the prayer requests. Please put them on your list. I'm putting them in mine, which is right there on my phone. And yeah. And I pray for myself. God, give me the strength today to just say no to comfort eating. That's a biggie. And to say yes to strengthening up my core. That's it. I'm praying for you. Please pray for me. And that's it. Bye.